One of the biggies about being a child of a narcissist and then going on to have partner after partner that is a narcissist as well, that then leads to your own insanity or demise, or the opposite, which is a reclamation of who you are, your divine blueprint, and you learn that you are not that terrible person that your mother acted as if you were or treated you like you were, and you're not that lowly person that can be just bossed around and told what to do and degraded verbally and neglected and disrespected and discounted and made invisible and blamed for things that they didn't do. And when you realize that all of that's behind you, it's really wonderful. So there's the discovery, the recovery, and then there's the beautiful sense of freedom. Now, one of the biggies is that we narcissistic victims are now thriving. And what is the biggest thing is our ability to love and nurture, which was exploited by the narcissist, but also our own fantastical thinking and projections onto them and sending love to them that you actually believe is coming from them, but it is not. Think of them as dark mirrors. So my parents, they're getting older. My father turned 30. Sorry, he was born in 1930 and he turned 93 in August. So he's holding on, but he doesn't want to continue much longer living with his wife, my narcissistic mother. But somehow he's still keeping it going. Some days he's got bad days. Some days he's got good days. It all depends upon, I guess, how much he's been yelled at. Because my mother, when I visited there in February of 2023, she could 2 hours of a verbal diatribe easily. And my father does not know what he's dealing with. I did try to teach him some tactics of being able to tolerate the madness. And I suggested he turn down his hearing aids, get out of her way, and maintain mobility. So, apparently that's keeping him alive. I'm like, Dad, would you please outlive Mom? But I still love the fantasy I have of them. And yeah, I still write them letters. And people are like, what the F? How can you? Because I enjoy it. That's why we love. So I wrote, thank you for the birthday check. They sent me money, actually. And greetings from Raleigh. Boy, it's been chilly. Durham has had power outages over 48 hours. 2 days of no heat. It put things into perspective and really makes me more appreciative of life's comforts. Stay warm and hug each other. Love always, Kathy. So I'm hoping that this will be greeted with some joy and that maybe my mother will feel some sort of I feel loved and will be able to be appreciative of my dad, because on those rare occasions, it's breadcrumbing, and he will then feel loving towards her. So while I was visiting them after my mother had a health incident in January of 2023, and I stayed with them and then also with my brother in Tucson, Arizona, I witnessed my father breadcrumbing. She breadcrumbing to him. What that term means is that they're nice to you and they say some nice things, but then once you warm up to it, they'll snap sooner or later. It's inevitable. All narcissists implode and then explode and then tell you what a terrible piece of shit you are, because that's how they feel about themselves. And they can't handle their emotions, and therefore you have to, or they attempt to get you to. So I witnessed my father standing up straight and then cave in, because it really does hit the heart chakra. So, when you're young and you discover that this person love bombed you and that they're never going to love you the way they did, and your brain keeps telling you that, let's just get back to what it was, I have this fact to tell you. It'll never get back to what it was, because the reason why you were love bombed is because the narcissist had to ensnare you and trap you and fool you, because they're sexual predators, they're predatorial, period, and they prey upon the good-heartedness of good people. So eventually we will see them as the subspecies they actually are, because they're all the same with variations. They all follow the same pattern, some with more intensity. They all follow the same patterns. Go to thelittleshaman.com or thelittleshaman.org for her website, because I utilized her information and she was my therapist online directly. I benefited by listening to her videos over and over and over again until my brain finally sunk it in and I absorbed the fact that I was a child of narcissistic abuse. My entire life I was degraded and discounted and made invisible and forced into things and cajoled. My will was redirected away from what I wanted so that I could satisfy what my mother's needs were. Everything was about her needs, her emotions, her happiness. And it was not tolerable for the daughter of a narcissist to outshine that woman or to exceed her in what she perceived to be her accomplishments. Whatever. I recognized what she really is, and I'm not going to insult her because it is not necessary for me to feel better about myself by insulting her. I know that I am a child of God, and that without having had the Christian religion that I was exposed to and forced to go to church every Sunday, I would not have had the faith that I do. Because I actually interpreted the Bible and Jesus and God the way my little child mind could, that is the only reason why I'm here today and not dead. Atheists tend to kill themselves, period. So I would say, don't become an atheist. You don't have to be fundamentally religious, but there is a higher power, and there is a reason why you're here, and there is a point to your life, and that suffering that you went through at the hands of a narcissist makes you a stronger person after it breaks you down and completely strips you of your ego. So once you rebuild, you are essentially a superpower, and I am a superhero, and I am infallible to human beings that would use words to discredit me or actions that are affrontive. Essentially, I am a duck, and those actions by those low frequency, low consciousness humans are like water on a duck's back. So I also feel like I'm a lot like this peacock, and the peacock represents creativity and a renewal of your own sources of happiness. And there you go. So that was my little pep talk, I guess, or my little story, or my little way of saying to my audience and to anybody that comes upon this, that no matter what my parents did to me and all of that, I suffered through, and now I recognize I actually had to unfamily two sisters, and have been happier ever since. And I also suggest all people who unfamily their family members, you want to create a support group in your community, and you want to find things that you enjoy doing, and to do so, just make a concerted effort. If you're in the throes of your it's like you basically malaise, ennui, depression, can't move, laying in bed, stuck. You've got to just do one thing at a time and take it one day at a time. You will recover and you will get your life back, but you have to stay in the moment. You have to stay in the now. And the other thing is, I have videos where I have shown, there's a playlist. Click on my name, Kat. Then go to playlists. I have a lot. I apologize for that. But you will easily find self-care post-narcissistic abuse or post-narc abuse, and look through those videos and use them. So I've posted the videos I've made, and I've also posted videos that I have found helpful. You can also go to Raised by a Narcissistic Mother, and you can see the videos there that I have put in that playlist that have helped me just like immeasurably. And then you can also look at the narc male. I'm sure this could be adapted to the female, but because I am a heterosexual, I have no idea what those creatures are like. But I will tell everybody who has ever been in a narcissistically abusive relationship is that they will fool you until you get wise. So get wise, everybody, and live the life you were meant to without these subspecies in it, and as much as you can possibly make it about the true path of your soul in alignment with the divine, in connection with your divinity, so that you reclaim the beauty and the blueprint of who you really are, and you discard and put down the sewer system, which is where it belongs with the other SHIT. You put all of that crapola down the toilet, figuratively, so that you can actually see that you are divinity. Live your life, peeps. Much love.